everyone. Today's topic of the seminar is plot of the poems. So are there any volunteers who want to retell today's seminar's topic?
Yes, good morning. Today we talk about the plot structure of poetry. What is a poetry? Poetry comes from the Greek word. Poesis is the meaning is making poetry, and its history dating back to the Gilgamesh epics and also the Aristotle's poetry. And firstly, Aristotle described the poetry connecting it with drama, songs, and also such kind of devices. And then in the middle, people understood that poetry, and we talk about devices of poetry and how what is poetry, and identify the most common poetic devices. And there are different types of poetic bit also, meter, and such kind of devices. Poetry is an old form of literature, and it includes written, and also there is a structure of poetry and origins of poetry. As I said before, it dates back to the epics of Gilgamesh and Chinese Shiji, and also Vedas and Homeric epics like the Iliad and Odyssey. And what are the functions of poetry? There are so many functions, like differences between cultures. Each culture has their own style in poetry, because culture and their language, their lifestyle affects on the poetry. So differences between cultures. And for example, in Japanese, haiku mainly writes poems in a very simple way, in an ordinary way. Only how the nature, like describe nature or simple words. And also there is we talk about what is meter. Meter is when in a pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in a line. For example, the words apple and fantastic. In the first word, there is two syllables, but the first one is stressed and the second one is unstressed. Apple. The second sounds very weak, but the app sounds more like stressed and loud. And fantastic. We can't say fantastic or fantastic. The stressed syllable is in the middle. That is, this is a meter. And foot is a unit of meter, and many feet makes a meter. And in the line, for example, I walk along the silent street. Each pair of unstressed and stressed syllable forms and like iambic forms. Iambic forms also a type of foot, and the first one is unstressed and the second is stressed. This is iambic foot, and also a type of foot. And when the first sound syllable is stressed and the second is unstressed, it's called as trochee. Anapest and dactyl. Anapest is when the first and the second syllable are unstressed and the third one is stressed. And dactyl is opposite of it.
Well done, Vipano. So any questions for Vipano? No questions, yeah? Okay, great, good job. You may take a seat. So who else? Yes, Marina.
Meter to fit, for example, eat your dinner. Next is thermometer, 3 feet, tetrameter. 4 feet, for example, father ordered extra pizza. And it continues like this. Poetry poetry in our Uzbek language, poetry is a specific kind of writing which includes lyric and rhythm. And the poetry often includes several things. First is musical sound, and musical sound also includes rhythm and rhythm. Rhythm in our Uzbek language, rhythm, rhyme, kafiye. Next is layer meaning, using symbols or metaphors to let the readers imagine different things. Symbols in the talim, for example, roses represented pure and love. Next is metaphor. Metaphor means comparing two things or other things without using the word as and like. History. When it comes to history, it's very old, starting from epic Gilgamesh and early folk songs. Matter. In poetry, matter how it measured, and it includes based on stress and unstressed. Stress is loud and strong, unstressed, quiet and weak. Syllables. Next is food. Food is the smallest unit of rhythm. There are 4 main types. Counting to fit how many are in one line, and it divided into several forms. First is monometer. It includes 1 foot. It comes very rare.
Madina. So any questions to Madina? No questions? Yeah, okay. Who else? Who's ready for today? Nurjama? Okay.
So today I will talk about the structure of poems. In this presentation I will talk about what is poetry, poetic method, types of poetry, faith and tradition, and individual talent. So what is poetry? Poetry is a form of literary art and uses rhythm, sound, and language to express ideas and emotions. Important feature of poetry, rhythm, sounds, and imagery, sound device, and emotional expressions. So next, history of poetry. Poetry has a very long history, and early examples: Epic of Gilgamesh, China's Chajing, and Sanskrit Vedas. Meter is a writing of a poem, and it is based on stressed and unstressed syllables. Example words: F, so stress on first syllable. Then fantastic, stress on second syllable. Test. Then iambic fruit. The iamb is the most common written in English poetry and pattern unstressed and stressed. Example, fourth. Example, I no longer mourn for me when I am dead. Then other types of feet, touch, anaphors, and dictum. Touch pattern, stressed and unstressed. For example, fa, third. Then anaphors pattern, unstressed and unstressed plus stressed. For example, under miss. Then dictum pattern, stressed plus unstressed. Example, elephant. L stressed and E unstressed, found unstressed. So, coming to the feet. Lines of poetry are also classified by number of feet, meaning monometer, diameter, trimeter, tetrameter, and pentameter, and hectometer. For example, length pentameter 5 arms in one line. There's tradition and individual talents. Toward an important essay called Tradition and Individual Talent. Many Jewish writers must know literary tradition, and tradition connected past and present literature. Conclusion: poetry is a powerful literature form that combines and rhythm, sound, imagery, structure, and tradition and critically. Understanding the structure of poems helps lyrics better appreciate poetry. So, thank you for your attention.